This is Yusef here, and I removed a comment that I shouldn't have removed. I removed it for the right reason, though, because it was nothing to do with anything, and I hope I can find it, because this is what I want to talk about. Now, there's somebody named Nub Rusty on here, all right, and I just got done, and it's like, it's midnight here. It's 70 degrees outside in mid-March. This is like May weather. This is crazy. It's like weather that you'd see in May. So I said, the last video I made is the end of the dumbest question on earth, finally, because me and Nub Rusty, who's an atheist, were talking about can God lift a rock? Can God create a rock so big that not even he could lift it? And there's too much. I mean, again, you'd have to be talking about the Titans to even talk about that, because you're talking about something inside the universe. Can God create something more powerful than the uncreated? Which it's no. Basically, I mean, the short answer to if you want just a short answer, no. But if you're looking at God as a man who lifts weights and picks up stuff, oh, he's not omnipotent. He can't have sex. He can't. This goes against all the attributes of God, right? It's not. You're like, well, no. That's once you get into that category, if you already believe in the gods of Mount Olympus, or I know many Protestants, even when I was dating, there's a few people who actually said, well, no, God, I think, has a body because Christ sits at his right hand, as if it's not symbolism with, talking about the wings of God and all this. So I think he's like sitting and it's like, what's wrong with you? The Father, when we're talking about the Father, same as the Holy Spirit, spatially non-available, basically, right? Outside of space and time, but energy, the essence stays out, energies penetrate. This is the comment I got on this. To ending, and I'll just put this as a response to the video, the dumbest question on earth, finally. Now, and I hit a lot. I messaged Nub Rusty and I said, thank you, finally, because he's stuck with, just talking about one issue. So, 45H3R4H posted on there. Can he fulfill the prophecies after the alleged resurrection? Question mark. Apparently not. Smiley face. What? Again, nothing to do with what we're talking about. Can he fulfill the prophecies after the alleged resurrection? What prophecies? What are you talking about? Such as, I mean, I can think of only two that are ever prophecies that are fulfilled. The destruction of the temple, and he says apparently not. That happened. The just total ransacking of all of Judea and kicking everyone the hell out, which was the Bar Kokhba revolt. I mean, you could almost group those two things together. Well, no, let's do three. So those are two, and the third one would be that Christ is not going to come back until the word of God is spread to all of the earth, and it's not until then. So I mean, if Christ came back in, I don't know, 1358, atheists would be like, aha, you gotcha, because it's not to the, and then there would be people, oh no, but Africa and Asia and Europe, that's the known world, so that's what counts, and this and that. I mean, again, but even to try to answer this question, which I don't, can he fulfill the prophecies after the alleged resurrection? The prophecies after, what, I mean, what prophecies? The ones that I mentioned were when Jesus was walking around on the earth. What prophecies did he give that what did the resurrected Christ say? Tell me. What were his prophecies? Do you know them? Because I don't know them. Where are these prophecies? And you could say, oh, well, the Holy Spirit says through Peter that, no. That's the Holy Spirit. You're getting into you went from basically a trick question that is ridiculous that people get caught up on and start just go round and round and round, just spin off on, and it's crazy, and bickering back and forth, and then in the middle of that, when I finally deal with an atheist who's honest, who will follow things, who doesn't have to just I mean, this is a perfect example of how this is why YouTube atheists, it's very hard. I mean, I call it, I've known many people who call it fundamentalist atheism, and it is, because it doesn't, there is no dialogue. Me and Nub Rusty were actually talking to each other about a topic. Boom. Finally, okay, it's stupid. This is dumb. This sorts nothing out, this question. No, it's it. I actually wrote him 2 messages. One was like 2 paragraphs. I said, "Oh, thank you so much. You know, it's that finally, you know, because all the crazy crap that atheists have pulled, you know, and because somebody does not disbelieves in a recognition of God, therefore they're better, they're smart, they're instantly smarter than anybody else who maybe they consider a theist in any area of science, history, philosophy, or even just simple critical thinking, which that's been shown dead wrong, because I've had atheists say, well, evolution is just a theory among other theories. The Big Bang is just a theory. I mean, there's good alternatives to it, like the multiverse or string theory. Those are not competitive with the Big Bang. String theory and the multiverse don't compete with the Big Bang. They already assume the Big Bang happened. And as for biological evolution, okay, if you go strict Darwinian, no, we don't live back then like, we're not, this isn't 130 years ago. But evolution is real. There's no alternatives to, you might have a different spin on a different branch of where the evolution tree went off on. Like, I believe that what would become human beings went through an aquatic stage, semi-aquatic stage, just because of the layer of fat, everything. And I think that's going to be proven out in the future. It's not hard beliefs that I hold, but these are not competitive things. I've heard them say, oh, well, you don't know about the history of Jesus. You know, if you knew that Constantine, in the year 100, brought in purgatory and Mary worship, and at the Council of Nicaea, in the year 100, chose the books for the Bible, and he became the Pope. It's like they're getting their science and history from the back of sugar packets. If you ever go to those cheesy restaurants and they'll have like little historical facts on there, like about the Wright brothers at Kitty Hawk or something. It's like that's where they're getting them from, but like all torn up. And they think, oh, I'm smart because I said that. Council of Nicaea was in 325. Had nothing to do with the compilation of the Bible. Or people always say, oh, it had to do with Marcionism. Had nothing to do with Marcionism. Oh, it had to do with Gnosticism. Had nothing to do with Gnosticism. It was about Arius. And then when you show that all the things they listed are the facts, because it's not opinion, they're facts. They're wrong. They're absolutely wrong. And you show, no, that's not real. Council of Nicaea was in 325. Constantine was not the Pope. The issue was not the compilation of the Bible. They didn't debate the Gnostics. Purgatory wasn't even, the word wasn't even used until Gregory the Great. The veneration of Mary wasn't dealt with there at all. And then they get all puffy. Well, you know, you just believe in a mystical sky god. What? I mean, it's just ridiculous. Well, then no, but I'm still smarter than you because you did, or they can't exercise critical thinking. Well, yes, I can because you believe in something that I don't believe in. And then I've had atheists tell me about ghosts and reincarnation, but they're still atheists because they don't believe in a creator God, right? Or any gods, but there's the spirit, and that's I mean, and then you get the quote-unquote objectivist materialist, which, again, how can you be an objectivist and come to this conclusion? They're hard materialists, right? So everything is cause and effect from the Big Bang on. And you are basically interacting with all the memories that your mind has caught, all the things that are going around you. It basically could, if one were intelligent enough, summed up in a big mathematical equation for all these different things. It's very complex, but you have no free will, and you are not, consciousness is only an illusion. And these are the exact same people that tell me I'm delusional. But yet they're going around saying loud and clear, consciousness is an illusion. Now there's a point where you have to say, no, there's something wrong in your thinking there, because your logical conclusion just ran you right into a brick wall. You can't, that's stupid. No, but if you go along the way, it makes sense. I mean, it's almost like cult thinking. It's crazy. No, bullshit. You just got to call it on that. So I took the comment down because I was like, this has nothing to do with the video. And I should have left it up. I should have left it up for people to see, because it's ridiculous. And people have learned not to respond to this person, but I think this person is giving me gold. If you want to, I mean, if just because you pronounce yourself to be an atheist does not make you any more intelligent than anyone else. And you thinking at it, I mean, it's a very Christian formula, and a lot of these people do come from fundamentalist Christian backgrounds. They go, we just want one God less, like Christian. Yeah, and you're still a proselytizing Westerner. You've just taken out one part, but the fundamental cause of your whole crazy attitude straight out of Western proselytizing Christianity. And that's what a lot of these atheists are, and they're extremely illogical. So Nub Rusty, that guy, I can't speak for everything that he said, but my dealings with them, I was overjoyed. I was so happy. Rational atheist. People assume they go together. Get on YouTube. No, to find a rational atheist is extremely hard. It's very rare. I mean, just look at the comments. Unless you believe, well, that 90%. I'm not going to go into that. All right. Peace to you. May God save Serbia. And this weather is awesome. Please pray for the people in Syria and Serbia, those suffering around the world, those starving. And if you're so moved, call your congressman to tell them don't want airstrikes on Syria. But that's a political thing. People can disagree with me. Have a blessed Lent. Peace to you from Yusef. This is Yusef here. I removed a comment that I shouldn't have removed. I removed it for the right reason, though, because it was nothing to do with anything. And I hope I can find it. Because this is what I want to talk about. Now, there's somebody named Nub Rusty on here. Alright? And I just got done. And it's like, it's midnight here. It's 70 degrees outside in mid-March. This is like May weather. This is crazy. It's like weather that you'd see in May. And so I said, the last video I made is the end of the dumbest question on earth, finally, because me and Nub Rusty, who's an atheist, were talking about can God lift a rock, can God create a rock so big that not even he could lift it? And there's too many, I mean, again, you'd have to be talking about the Titans to even talk about that, because you're talking about something inside the universe. Can God create something more powerful than the uncreated? Which it's no. Basically, I mean, the short answer to if you want just a short answer, no. As if it's not symbolism with, talking about the wings of God and all this. So I think he's like sitting and it's like, what's wrong with you? The Father, when we're talking about the Father, same as the Holy Spirit, spatially non-available, basically, right? Outside of space and time. But energy, the essence stays out, energies penetrate. This is the comment I got on this. But if you're looking at God as a man who lifts weights and picks up stuff, he's not omnipotent. He can't have sex. He can't. This goes against all the attributes of God, right? It's not. You're like, no. That's once you get into that category, if you already believe in the gods of Mount Olympus, or I know many Protestants. Even when I was dating, there's a few people who actually said, "Well, no, God, I think has a body because Christ is his right hand."